Once in flow state, an individual will actually complete the given task in about 40% less time. It's incredible to get into flow state. In order to get there, there are some crucial things. Yeah, so DOSE is an acronym for our 4 primary brain chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. These collectively create a huge shift in the experience we have day to day. In terms of working and leading, each of these 4 chemicals has a specific function in our working life. Dopamine enables us to be motivated and enter deep states of focus, which is crucial. Oxytocin enables us to connect with people within our organization, to build trust, to build a sense of belonging, to feel appreciated. Serotonin is all about keeping your energy levels consistent. Huge amounts of the organizations we work with struggle with getting exhausted by the intensity of modern life, so we get their serotonin levels up. And then endorphins help us to tolerate stress. Life inevitably comes with stress. That's all good. Humans have always experienced stress. Intentionally elevating the endorphins means that someone can actually tolerate it much better. From a focus point of view, being able to get yourself into flow state is the ultimate goal. Flow state is this deep state of focus that can occur. It's something that's extremely good for your dopamine. And for context, on average, it takes someone about 15 minutes of single tasking, staying on just one task, to then enter flow state. Once in flow state, an individual will actually complete the given task in about 40% less time. It's incredible to get into flow state. In order to get there, there are some crucial things. There needs to be a company culture whereby individuals respect one another's desire for these deep focus zones. It doesn't mean that organizations have to try and find a way where all of the time everyone is in flow state. But if there was, say, one session in the morning or one in the afternoon for an individual where they thought, this is my moment where I'm going to get super locked in, get super productive, that is going to really enable someone to have this flow state moment. With that, we need to get really good at things like getting your phone off your desk so it doesn't pull you out of the deep state of focus every time you're bored or the task gets a bit difficult. And then in a lot of the organizations we work with that have offices, the nutrition that's offered in the office has a huge impact. We have a clinical nutritionist at Dose Lab, and having lots of sugary food and fizzy drinks around the office disrupts this dopamine molecule, leading to spikes and crashes and therefore inability to focus. Once we get an organization to understand their flow state zones, that's where true productivity begins. Energy levels are crucial, and our brain chemistry has a huge impact on it. For context, we have brain waves that are circulating and oscillating in your brain all the time. We have beta brain waves, alpha brain waves, theta, delta. Beta brain waves is the brain wave we spend the majority of our time in these days. It's where your brain is very stimulated, problem focused, slightly stressed out, and it's a state that we spend a lot of our working day in, which is okay. The challenge we have with our energy levels as modern humans is when we come home from work and we need to get some rest, we need to connect to our partner, connect to our kids, make food, chill out, switch off. What can occur is as we try and what we call state shift, which is move from beta to alpha, which is where we actually relax on the sofa and say, watch a movie, talk to your partner, for example. As we try and make that transfer, we all find it quite uncomfortable and we think, oh, this is a bit boring, or some worries come into my head. And then because of that uncomfortable feeling, we all get our phones out and then we lie on the sofa all evening scrolling our phones, keeping us in what's called beta brainwaves. And it means that whilst we think we're relaxing because we're getting this big dopamine hit from our social media, our brain actually never truly rests, and it creates this fatigue. So we wake up the next day stuck in this beta brainwave, our dopamine levels are lower, our focus is then poor, our motivation is less. So we help organizations to develop this capacity to quote unquote state shift, where they build a simple routine for when they get home from the workplace or even when they finish their working day when working from home. So an individual can know, this was my work zone, now I'm going into my relaxation zone. It doesn't mean the whole evening has to be phone free or anything like that. It just means you're going to create a good structure and a state shifting process that enables you to settle in the evening, connect with people, watch a movie, which is actually good for our brain in comparison to our phones, eat our dinner slowly, have a good sleep-based routine, in order to allow the system to fully recharge itself so you come back the next day feeling your best. I really hope they develop a great relationship with technology. I love technology. I love social media. I love the fact I can work on my computer all the time. But there's this balance we need to strike with technology where we can just have space from it. I think if you can't learn to live without technology, you actually can't live with it at all. So if you develop the ability to have good space from tech, it's only going to increase your capacity to use it really well. I hope they develop an amazing ability to connect with the people they work with, building really strong, resilient relationships within an organization where you feel seen and appreciated and want to contribute to the team is a big thing we focus on. Developing an amazing ability to manage their habits from an energy level perspective around their sleep, their nutrition, their sunlight, their natural environment, so that on the weekend, for example, they're restoring their system to the max. And then our final component is ensuring we build a really resilient human to stress. We talk a lot about that in order to understand it's not about just learning to calm stress and meditate. That is also great to do. Meditation's amazing. But it's really important to just become a very courageous, strong individual in the face of setbacks within the working world, especially the intensity we're at now. And we help someone get very resilient to the pressure they may face.